Hi Internet, this is Archivian, and the game on your screen is The Mighty Quest for Epic Lore. I just want to talk about some of the changes that they've done. Something else they've done recently that's kind of bothered me. It's not like it's a pay-to-win thing necessarily. I suppose it could be used that way, but it costs way too much, so I don't really see it as that. But it's just this limited time only creatures and traps. Seems like a bad idea. I mean, not the idea that, certain people could probably pay to win to buy the resources, enough resources. It's not like that. I mean it more like, you've got these creatures that are in the game. Maybe they're really good, maybe they're not. I mean, I don't know, I haven't bothered to get them or half them. But the point is, they'll only be available for a certain period of time, and then probably rarely ever available again. That seems like a really bad idea, because then you have a clique of people with creatures that nobody else can ever get in a game which is supposed to be competitive around castle defense and attack. That's a bit unbalanced. You can't do that. But at which point, if they then later on say, oh no, they're freely available to everyone, then, well, I suppose you're not paying any money for them, you're just crafting for them, so you maybe just have them for a period of time for everyone else. If that's the case, then it's not too bad. And in fact, in the main game, if they have a limited time only creature or trap, as they're doing now, but it later on becomes publicly available every time, then that's kind of cool. I don't mind that too much. It gives some people an advantage, maybe a possible advantage early on. But in those cases, those people are spending their hard-earned, grinded resources on it, so that's kind of cool. But if they don't get released publicly later on, then those people are always going to have some kind of advantage, because they always have these extra creatures at their disposal. That in itself does not seem like a good idea. I think it would unbalance the game depending on how useful those creatures are and how many people have, because there's no point in just getting one. You'd get like 10, you know, so you can make a good use of them later on. Or ideally, you get enough to make up 2 squads of 28. I don't know. I think they'd have to keep an eye on that idea that it doesn't get too out of hand. But potentially, it could be really good. It just depends how they go about it. A couple of changes they made that I do like. First one is this banner change, and I mean it's cosmetic really, but it's not just cosmetic. It actually introduces some elements to the game, and the idea that it changes colour based on how many people apply to that castle. It's a thing, but it's a big thing. You know, it makes everything much more user friendly when you're just looking at castles. It saves time. That's awesome. I really like that. No extra clicking involved. It'd be nice if you could still click on it to get information to see how many people have died to it, because actual numbers, or the option to get numbers, is always nice, especially when you're looking at attacking a castle. And getting that information for your own castle, by the way, again, I'm going to say it every time I make a video, I think, that would also be nice, so you can see those numbers. But the general idea of it is pretty cool. I do like being able to see it and just know. It's quite difficult. It's nice, and then when people see your castle is the main thing, and if lots of people have died, you'll have this big red banner that just means pure evil Mount Doom, like that. I think that would be quite cool, and I think that's a good idea. Now, the Blingworth idea. I don't know if they watched my other video. They probably didn't. They were probably thinking of doing that for a while. But the point is, they did it, which is you can look at a castle and see its bling value. My castle is currently 49,000 bling worth. That's awesome. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means when they say bling worth, but it's a large number and it's in bling, or it feels like a large number. It's in bling. I'm too scared to look at other people's more opulent castles. But the point is, I'm glad they put it in. That's pretty cool, and that's something that adds to the game, adds to your in-game opulence. This nice bragging rights. It's a good, clean, fun idea, which I don't see any way in which it corrupts the game. It's just a good idea, and so I'm really happy that they did that. They have good ideas in there, and even the ideas that I don't agree with, the kind of premise of some of those ideas. I mean, defense crafting as a premise is a good idea. You know, it's just I'm not a fan of the way they seem to be implementing it. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, or if anything, you enjoyed people running the castle, and catch you later.